Alright, everybody. I'm here to talk to you guys about the wonders of sucking less and all the beautiful applications that kind of derive thereof. Uh, it's kind of an important message, so I figure I'll get it out there, and if other people doing it, good for you guys. So, suck. The world is full of it. It's all around us. The guy who says fuck you when he kills you at Call of Duty, the person who runs the red light in front of you and cuts you off, Starvin' Marvin, China, all the shit they do, etc., etc. You can find a million examples just from your everyday experience to regional matters to global matters. It's all around us. There's all kinds of suck every which way. So how do we fix it? How do we factor out the suck? The short answer to that is time. Time will solve the suck. I think inevitably, but I will discuss that in the next video. But by the time time will solve the suck, we'll all be dead anyway. It's going to take generations for time to fix the suck on its own. So, I got that cleared up. What do we do? I'm going to address this in three kind of different viewpoints. First, as globally, the way to eliminate the suck. Then, nationally, ideas for eliminating the suck. And then, on a personal level, how do you eliminate the suck? So to start out, globally. Basically, we got a lot of people out there in the world that do not have the shit they need. I'm talking about food, clothing, shelter, access to education. We need this shit. Everybody does. It's universal. Need it. So, we got to start giving this to the world. World needs this. Everybody. So you ask, well, who's going to pay for this? Food, clothing, and shelter doesn't come for free. You gonna start taxing my shit? You want to start raising taxes on everybody? No, I'm afraid it's even worse than that. Taxes is really not going to solve the problem or allow us to start feeding, clothing, and sheltering everybody. It's worse. All that nice 55-inch 3D plasma TV you got for the living room? Yeah, we're not going to be getting those for a long time. And when it breaks, you're not going to be able to replace it or have it fixed for that matter. Fancy new sports car? No more of those. Cruises? No, sorry, going to be gone. Yeah, we're going to have to stop making those things. I know, it hurts. I love my PlayStation just like everyone else, but we can no longer, at least for now, be spending time, manpower, and resources on shit that we don't need. That shit that people don't need. I mean, once all the people are fed, clothed, and sheltered, hey, by all means, we can totally go back to that. The problem is, we have no priority, okay? We need to start prioritizing what we do with our time and our resources. It's not fair in any sense of the word to be making sweet monitors and TVs that isn't going to keep anybody alive while we have people dying of starvation. And actually, my next point. Cost is high. Giving up our cool shit is definitely a large cost. Pretty big sacrifice. But what do we get for it? What's the trade-off? We don't have people starving to death, so we can see SpongeBob dance. Yeah, that's pretty good, right? People not starving, I think that's a pretty good trade-off. But now, once the cost is addressed, we're going to have people saying, whoa, what about freedom? I'm American. I can do whatever the hell I want. I don't want to go feed some African. F them, F Africa, whatever. Yes, freedom is great. Being repressed is definitely no good. As far as forcing people to do this, I don't really think that can even work well. I'd rather it be an organic desire from the people to actually do good. But either way, let's not mince words here. We need to be big boys and girls about this, okay? At some point, we need to man up and actually do what's right. I understand it's cool to be a child and be like, no, I want this now, and you can't stop me from, wanting it. You can't stop me from getting it, so whatever. And if you do, I'll throw a tantrum and drag my feet and whatever. We can't continue to maintain this kind of mentality. we need to fix this stuff. So how do we do it? Well, I have some ideas on how it could be done, but they're really just kind of crappy. They form a baseline. I'm sure there are people much smarter than I who have much better ideas on the practical how implementation can work. But I figure we start with one, figuring out what the fuck we need. Go figure out how deep the problem is, how we can get distribution going, whether it's easier to make shit here and ship it over there, I doubt, or just have set up, a big ass food, clothing, and shelter factory in Africa and staff that. I don't know. The details will actually work themselves out later if we get rid of the suck all around. So, moving on, let's see here. Yeah, I mean, we could do a voucher system, we could have online voting as far as what the t-shirts made. Either way, we need to know what we need and start making that for everybody. Which brings me to choice. Basically, when you were a child, and children are around, they're educated by their parents, and they think of themselves. They are egocentric. Children think, what do I need? Eventually, hopefully, at some point, they figure, alright, I got what I need, now I can start thinking about what do others around me need. At which point, they become adults. I think I became adult at like 28 or 27 years old. But anyhow, in my opinion, we need to care for the kids. And that makes up most of the world at this point. They need food, clothing, shelter, maybe running water. That's it. Stuff to keep them alive so they can do their thing. That's it. They get that just for being alive. Now, if children want more than that, if they want Xboxes to play with, if they want cars, they want stuff that they don't need, if they have wants and they want to fulfill those wants, well, then there needs to be a trade-off, and that is where work comes in. Yeah, that was fair, right? If you want we don't want you to suffer, so you become assholes, so you get what you need to live. That's fine. But if you want the extra stuff, you want the bonus, you want the cool toys to play with, then you're going to need to work for it. I think that's a pretty fair trade-off. And the idea is that we have people work for things that we want in general as a society. As far as capitalism goes, you know what? I'll leave it at that. I'm actually going to stop us there. I think another video I'll cover capitalism and what that is about, and state of nature, living in the jungle versus a state where the jungle is really no longer factoring. But I'll talk about that later. For the time being, I'm going to go straight to the individual level. Economy will be in the next video. How can you eliminate the suck on a personal level? And this is probably the easiest part. You're saying, hey, I'm just a dude. How can I help? Freaking starving African, China. I can't solve any of these problems myself. You're incorrect. You most certainly can. And this is how. By start sucking less. That's it. That's all we have to do is start sucking less each and every day. And it's work. Don't get me wrong. It is not as easy as not doing anything, but it is not particularly difficult either. Now I'm going to lay it out in I think 3 or 4 easy steps, pretty much. So, first, if you are not in mortal danger, chill the F out. Seriously. If whatever you're dealing with is not life-threatening, don't treat it as if it is. Okay? I know it's kind of a simple message, but you'd be surprised at how many people are so charged up all the time on stuff that does not matter at all in the least. So, bear that in mind. And as far as step 2, be aware of where and how much you suck. Just thinking about it. I suck all the time, every day, and I'm telling you guys not to suck. It's try to eliminate the suck. We as a species have been sucking really hard for a very long time because that's how you survive. But it is no longer necessary. But it's not like we're going to be able to quit cold turkey. Okay. This morning I took a nice long hot shower. I didn't need to. I could have taken a quick short shower, wouldn't cost anywhere near as much energy, would use less water, better for the environment, better all around. It's just, I felt like being childish. I enjoyed the hot shower, so I took a long one. Suck, right there. Something that I can work on eliminating. I'm running the air conditioning right now. I don't need that. I don't need to waste all that crap. Suck. I could eliminate it. Working on it bit by bit, but first step is just being aware of the parts of where I suck in my interactions with others, what I do every day. So, step 3 is try to reduce your suck. Only your suck. I know it's kind of hard to conceptualize, but you cannot reduce the suck of those around you. That is beyond your control. Just let them do your thing, focus on your thing. It's going to work out much better that way. Laws are kind of a general way to reduce other people's suck, and they kind of don't work all that great. I mean, they're okay, but for the people that really suck, laws aren't really going to stop them from sucking. And you can't. If your neighbor is an asshole, you can't make him not be an asshole. You just have to work on, one, not being an asshole yourself, and when he is an asshole to you, be the bigger man. Don't suck. Don't let his suck bring you down and make you suck in return. And the last step, just think. If we spent more time actually thinking about the things we did and the repercussions they had on larger scales, everything else kind of falls into place. There is a natural extension of that. So that's it. That's really all it takes to not suck, to eliminate suck in your life, and eventually, if everyone started doing that all the time, working out true compassion for one another, all of our problems would really resolve themselves. And then instead of having life or death situations, we're going to start having situations that are really just various shades of gray, and there's no reason to get charged up about various shades of gray, because either way you're going to end up with a shade of gray. It's not that big a deal. And from there we can really start working on the problems of the world, which is going to get our economy going straight, and that's going to be covered in the next video, which I'm going to record in a minute. Thank you very much for your time.